Hello class. Today um, I will talk about the evaluation of WBS and change management in project teams. WBS is defined as the work breakdown structure where the components of the scope management interact with one another, and it allows the project to be managed more accurately. The WBS is the cornerstone aspect to initiating, planning, executing, and monitoring and controlling processes that are used to manage projects. In the article, Significance of WBS in Contingency Modeling, the author, Zhao, stated that WBS established the project objectives to be structured so that work can be accomplished, and it also breaks down the cost estimate or the project schedule into meaningful, manageable, and traceable pieces, not only for the purpose of quantitative costs and schedule risk analysis, but also for the cost management and scheduling updates. Simply put, WBS converts a complex, huge, and unusual project into a manageable, smaller task that's easier to work. It provides a clear understanding of what is required and how to manage and control the scope. When does it change? In the article, Work Breakdown Structure, Purpose, Process, and Pitfalls, the author, Mathis, stated that WBS changes when there is a change request that is used as part of the project change control process. This process is a significant way for preventing scope creep that may cause the project from being canceled. How does it impact WBS? Any changes can impact the WBS deliverables, thus affecting project scope. When changes are required to be modified in project scope, the changes should be controlled by the scope baseline and must be approved through the integrated change control process. Who is authorized to make modifications to WBS? The project manager is the one who is authorized to make modifications to the WBS. It is the role of the project manager to guide the team through the development of deliverable oriented WBS. According to the author Rita in the book PMP Exam Prep Accelerated Learning to Pass PMI, PMP exam, these modifications must be controlled where the project manager must obtain comprehensive requirements, identify project risk, establish time and cost reserves, have a process in place to control changes, follow the process to control changes, have a process and templates in place for creating change requests. They must have a clear roles and responsibility for approving changes, reevaluate the business case, consider canceling the project that has too many changes, and starting a new project with a more complete set of assignments. They must allow only approved changes to be added to the project baselines. What are the key components of WBS? It is mentioned in the article Work Breakdown Structure Components that the key components of WBS are code accounts, work packages, and WBS dictionary. What columns of data are expected in WBS and why? The columns of data that are expected to the WBS are discussed by the article All About Work Breakdown Structures. And they are terminal elements, also called work packages. These are deliverables which are the lowest part in WBS that cannot be broken down any further. These tasks are independent and are not duplicated elsewhere in the project. It defines the work, the duration, and cost for the task required for each deliverable. The second is WBS coding. Work breakdown structure elements are usually numbered in decimal sequence from top to bottom. It allows an easier to identify the level of the task that the elements represents when referring to it outside of context of the WBS chart. Third is WBS dictionary. The WBS dictionary describes in detail each task in WBS hierarchy. The fourth is level of effort. This is the activity that supports the main functions of the project. The fifth is result-oriented tree. This is a model that demonstrates desired outcomes as they flow out of project steps outlined in WBS. Contract work breakdown structure. This captures all the types of contract and vendor work to be done on the project. Project summary breakdown structure. This outlines the summary of the project and subprojects so that other deliverables may map to it. Statement of work. The statement of work is the signed agreement and outlines exactly what company will deliver to the client, including milestones and budget each party agreed to. The ninth is project schedule. This is the schedule of all components of a project, whether they deliver sequentially or overlap. It includes milestones and deliverables as well as the cost resources in each component. Basis of estimate is a tool that developed by project managers, executives, and financial leaders that take into account the cost of labor and resource that may need in a project. 11th is resource breakdown structure. These are resources in hierarchy that is needed and used throughout the project. 12 is risk breakdown structure. These are risks that can occur outside of team's control, like natural disasters, for example. The 13th, the last one, is organization breakdown structure. This is an organizational chart that lists the project leads and identify the roles of who is assisting whom. How do you determine what the high-level tasks are in WBS? High-level tasks in WBS are determined by listing all the deliverables that need to be delivered to achieve the project's end goal. This ensures that all the tasks required are listed and no tasks are being left out. It's recommended that the lists are discussed with the team or the stakeholders involved in completing the project. Determination of high-level tasks can be achieved by describing the project statement, highlighting all the necessary phases of the project, creating and listing all the deliverables, dividing the deliverables into manageable tasks. Why are past projects helpful when creating the WBS? Past projects are very helpful when creating the WBS because it makes it easier to work on managing and improving new projects. The past projects teaches you on how to improve and manage in creating activity lists, creating network diagrams, staffing to allocate resources, estimating project costs, scheduling deliverables, budgeting project required expenses. Most importantly, the past projects help your future projects to be completed more efficiently and on schedule. Okay, that that is all my video discussion for WBS. All my references are down below. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.